Hello, am I back? Am I back? Am I in the void? Have I returned? Have I returned? Hello, Michan. Yes. Full computer crash. Full CTD. Full CTD. Not CTD. Full computer restart. Full computer restart. Let's fully computer restart. Hold on. I'm gonna play around with a little bit of things. We'll be back. Hold on. We will have okay. That's working. Crash to black. I got the very helpful hello Matthew. I got the very helpful there has been a problem. I got a very helpful there has been a problem is all that they said. Let's see. There we go. Tracking is in place now. Yes. I just got a very helpful your device has had a problem, and then it was gone. Oh my god, ads. Okay. Annoying. Annoying. I've been trying to not do ads on the hour, and now they come. I'm going to do a quick poll. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna just run this for the duration of ads, and I'll put in 54 for additional votes, I suppose. Okay. I suspect it was Kaiserpunk. I do suspect it was Kaiserpunk, which is very sad because I was having a nice time. And also, I will not lie, if Kaiserpunk didn't save my game and I had to start over from the beginning, I'm not going to fucking, start over all the way again. But I know that Emperor's Armpits want to see Rise of Legends, so I'm actually kind of inclined. I'm going to vote myself for Rise of Legends, because I know Emperor's Armpits wanted to see that. But I will. I literally just had a snack like 2 minutes ago. I'm full. I am full right now. And diplomacy is not an option. I would have to install, but that's 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, that's... Oh. Oh, very annoying. Also, Windows, please, for the love of heaven, you're not allowed to have the stupid Windows backup sound the same as a disconnect. That is illegal. That is illegal. That is absolutely illegal. You're not allowed to do that. That's a crime. That is a crime. I will kill you if you do that again. I will kill you if you do that again. Oh, why does my... okay. I'm getting my bearings again. But yes. A little bit off right now. Not a pop-up telling you what disconnected. Okay, I am going to do Rise of Legends because Emperor's Armpits I know is really excited for me playing Rise of Legends. It's the only Microsoft strategy game that lacks a digital release, which makes me feel a little bit better about playing it because it is the Microsoft strategy games in general are under are affected by BDS, and so I think this one is probably relatively clean as those things go. Relatively speaking, I suppose. Like I'm not playing Age of Empires until that gets dealt with. Yeah, the Orientalism is not great. Boycott, divest, and sanction. The Microsoft in general is they are doing some very bad things at the moment, and so until it qualifies as pretty heinous. So you know, I'm not doing any Microsoft gaming these days. Okay, let's get Rise of Legends running. It makes me pretty sad because a lot of those are games I really like. But you know, their ability to make money off of this one is pretty limited. Okay, let's oh, this was what was killing me last time. I'm going to go insane again. I am going to go insane again. Okay. Sorry, I almost tilted out there. Okay. Let's go over here. And oh my goodness. And turn off studio mode so I can do a little bit. Hello, great love everlasting meme. I get tilted at minor annoyances. That is what tilts me out, is frankly quite minor annoyances. Actual like big problems I usually have pretty good equanimity about, and most gaming things, but like sound not being captured properly drives me insane. Sound not being captured appropriately drives me absolutely insane. Big deal stuff, yeah, whatever, right? It's most big deal stuff does not really tilt me out, but like small stuff, I lose my shit over. You know, it's this. I do sweat the small stuff. Okay, I like this map. Was the Orientalism in Rise of Legends that heinous? The Orientalism is actually much less bad than the Native American stuff. So Rise of Nations, Rise of Legends, that is to say, has 3 factions, right? There are only 3 factions in the game. They are the Aline, the Coatl, and the Vinci. And these are all based on 3 real-world cultures and some very fantasy versions of them. Yeah. There's three factions, and the Aline are like very Arabian Nights inspired. The Coatl are very Native American, specifically Mesoamerican inspired, and the Vinci are very Italian Renaissance inspired, right? So you can see that they all are kind of taking from like a couple hundred years within each other kind of inspiration, Arabian Nights was what, 1500s? So 1500s India, I think, actually, but it's based on like what that would have been about, which would have been slightly earlier in the Arabic world. And Mesoamerica, people don't really ever make much art about Mesoamerica that isn't about the Aztec and Mayans, and particularly like what they were at like on the eve of the conquest. And the Vinci are, once again, Renaissance Italy. So the kind of fantasy gimmick that each of these have is that the Vinci are steampunk. The Vinci are kind of the least complicated to explain. They're steampunk. And the Aline are wizards, right? They are doing Arabic-inspired magic where they are, they are learning cool secrets about the desert and then casting wizard spells and making deals with genies and stuff like that. That's how the Aline work. The Coatl are very unfortunately basing their entire narrative structure around a racist conspiracy theory that is quite popular, that Mesoamericans did not build many of the buildings they built, that those buildings were built by aliens. The Aline stuff is modestly bad, but not super bad. Yes, they're doing ancient alien shit with the Coatl. They are doing ancient alien shit. I have trouble hating on the game as a whole too much, in no small part because the game designer who made this made Rise of Nations and fucking Alpha Centauri. And Alpha Centauri is like the best strategy game ever made, so it's really, really hard for me to be too mad at Brian Reynolds' productivity, but it is Ancient Aliens, right? It is Ancient Aliens. It's Stargate. It's Stargate. I don't know if it was contextualized at the time as being quite as gross as I contextualize it. But yeah, they're doing Ancient Alien stuff with the Coatl. And it's definitely not what sunk the game, right? Like what sunk the game was that it was an RTS that came out in 2009. With unrealistic expectations, right? It came out with the expectation of selling Age of Empires 2 or even Age of Empires 3 numbers in 2009, which was reasonable if you did not quite understand how insane the change in the market was that was caused by Dota. But if you did understand how much Dota had basically sucked all of the air out of the room, then like, yeah, this was never going to work. And I'm very sad that this was basically the last major release that Brian Reynolds worked on. And yeah, this tells you so little, right? You can see on the right side, they have this over here. The Aline are masters of summoning and magic. The Coatl rule through worship and advanced technology. And the Vinci rely on invention and industry. This is not really how these factions... This tells you very little. It just tells you what the names of their sciences are. That's all it does. It just tells you what the names of their various types of science are. Of what their tech tree is. It just tells you that. It doesn't tell you very much about how they play differently. Especially because I think it gives you the sense that the Aline are kind of like the low-tech faction, whereas the Coatl and the Vinci are like long-term build-up factions. No, the Aline are the long-term build-up faction. The Aline are the one who start out weak and are strong in the late game. I like the Aline the most. We're gonna start a game as Aline. Or go up against the Ancient Aliens. Let's go. Okay. And let's see. Which one do I want from you? Yes, I want these two. Am I on the left or the right side? I'm on the left side. You guys are covering up too much of the minimap. What do I need? What do I need? I need Merchant District. I'm actually off to a very slow start right now. Playing the Owl faction. It's so true. It's so true. These have been my favorite faction in the game for a long time. This isn't me doing VTubering stuff here. How am I doing on PopCap? I'm doing okay on PopCap. And then Circle of Flame. Magus District. Magus District once I get some resources. I don't think I actually need that. It's actually not helpful. Okay, let's do something like that. And you guys get over here. Okay, and build a second one, and then... Oh, well, whatever. We go. We go. Wartime. Not enough minerals. Okay. Wartime. Against the minor faction. We may already be, like, in trouble. I may just resign because this is a start. I have been practicing the other factions, and so I'm pretty behind on my starts. My starts are pretty rough at this point. I am pretty sure it's just a mismatch. I am pretty sure that it's just a mishmash. That they are just doing goofball stuff. Market cap. Merchant district. I am pretty sure this is just pastiche. Okay, and then I am being very weird and trying to hold off on building building a another military district because I want to build it here. Okay, perfect. And that increased my pop cap. So yeah, I have been rewarded. I have been rewarded for my cheapness. Repair, shift Q, there we go. Need another one of these brothers. Okay. And then once everybody's together, we go in for this city. Oh, the city's actually more lightly defended. Okay, that's spooky. That's spooky. Okay. That's spooky. We're going to need way more of those guys. We're going to need way more of those guys. What type of... They built Sun Jaguars. Sun Jaguars are counted by fire elementals. That's a Y. Hello there, Nunu. Hello there, Nunu. That's not surprising. That is not surprising. This game did really poorly. Sawu or Dakla? Sawu. I like Dakla more most of the time, but it's Sawu. Sawu's better. That is not surprising. This game did not do well. This game did not do well at all, fiscally speaking. Okay. So, and oh my goodness, that's a bad sign. That's a very bad sign. Okay. Okay. That's a bad sign. What are we looking at here? At least 5? Oh my goodness, I may have lost. We may already have lost a game. Okay, I just need to try to drain him out. Get back here. And is Sawu up yet? Oh, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Let them do whatever they're doing. 6 of them. And Starbolt is over. Let's upgrade glass daggers. You guys, oh my goodness, they're killing my salamanders before they even get anything done. Holy crap. Yep, city is in danger. Yep. No! Did you... I am going to lose my shit. Did you seriously autocast that? Okay, that may have actually lost me the game right there. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay, that's actually devastating. I did not order him to cast that. That is devastating. That's a devastating problem. Okay. Summon army. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. I need to get up to a large city sooner rather than later. Crap, he's here. Wait, what? So some spirit miners here because these things are actually kind of valuable on their own right. Holy crap. Okay. I am in so much trouble. Well, may as well send these guys because they're going to die. Just take a scouting look around. Okay, so Sawu is leveled up. There, okay, good. And then I need to start getting some Magus districts out. Magus districts are the center of power. Have you tried Simply Winning? I'm working on it. Yeah, we need Magus districts. We need a lot of Magus districts, to be frank. Magus districts are a disproportionate percentage of your power as Aline. Okay, and Alchemy Lab is done. So... okay, healing. Still a third. Okay. Okay. Large city. Okay, cool. Avocation's pretty bad, as these things go. I think we want treasure and vigor. We want treasure and vigor. Let's put down a sand spire here. Eventually want that. And okay, yeah, you repair. How am I doing on population? Okay. Merchant district for now. Merchant district for now, and yeah. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. And okay, still over on cap. Another Magus district, why not? Mystic Mines, one of the most important researches in the game. And Glass Swords upgraded again. So annoyed about him casting Glass Swords when I didn't remember telling him to do so. Oh, right, one of the most important things for me to get built here. I don't know how much I will ever need this thing as a defensive utility, but as an offensive tool, not as an offensive, as a research. This is the Aline's big thing. Is they actually have actually have like a full tech tree, whereas nobody else really does. Everybody else is like, and let's see. We need more of you. Okay, treasure 3. Okay, this is the most important thing for me to research right now, is Adult Salamander. Adult Salamander is going to turn the game around. Okay, Fire Elementals. Okay, what am I being attacked by? Okay, so there's Shill, the Sun God, so they're not going for flyers. They're not going for flyers. This is a stressful moment here. Yeah, unsurprisingly, they're going to get away with that. Oh, they do have some flyers. Okay, that's interesting. Let's take a look. 3 Sentinels, 2 Sun Jaguars. Okay, so I wanna kind of keep things. Sun Jaguars are the real problem here. The Sun Jaguars are the real problem here. Sun Jaguars are a real beast of a problem to have. Okay. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Start finishing these guys off. Start finishing these guys off. Okay, and not gonna get there in time. Summon Marids. The Marids can probably do some damage here to the Sun Jaguars. And then Glass Daggers. Glass Swords. F. Okay. Okay. They did some damage, but it's not too bad. They did some damage, but it's not too bad. I think I actually did okay there. They are close on getting tactical supremacy, which is a little bit annoying. Definitely need some more fire elementals, though. Fire elementals are, like, the best unit in the goddamn game. Love the little caravan beetles. It's so good. It's so good. Let's get bigger. So destroy those, and yeah, of course he's got craft dominance. I should be able to turn that around pretty quickly. And we need another circle of flame. I'm slow on production. Okay. Slow on production, and let's build another one of you, and frankly, while he's kind of distracted, see if I can get away with building a glass citadel there. They have more important things to worry about than me. Death snakes down. Okay. Yep. Death snakes are not good into the army comp I built here. I do think, though, that if they're going to be building this many... Quetzal fighters are actually kind of good against... Okay, yeah, well, you're going to go down to that. Quetzal fighters are pretty good against against fire elementals, but they're really, really bad against Heartseekers. So I'm gonna... And fire elementals are just like pound for pound. They're just incredibly dangerous units. So, okay, let's back up here a little bit. Oh, they let me get away with that. Lol. Okay. Okay. So, finish off these guys. Okay. Gonna level up Sawu in the middle of combat. Okay. Cool. Need some Heartseekers. The Quetzal fighters are actually pretty scary to me, so I'm going to build... Oh, hey, they're actually doing some real damage to me here. What do they want me to beat Sun Jaguars with? Glass Golems. Interesting choice. That makes no sense to me. That does not make a lick of sense to me. Ooh. I killed off all my fire elementals. Okay, good for them. Good for them. Start building a palace district. Okay. They're capturing a mine, but it's not really a big deal. I will just simply expand elsewhere, right? The problem is that Sun Idols are really terrifying against salamanders. That spooks me. That spooks me out. Okay, let's... We gotta get one of these cities up to being a great city. May as well make it you. Okay. Yeah, that's not surprising at all. F. Okay. Pushing me off of a mining is not really that big of a deal. Okay. Yes, yes, destroy that. Not going to make it. Instead need you somewhere like here. Okay. No, move. Get the fuck out of there. You're like the most precious unit in here. Stop doing that. Sun idols are such a pain in the ass. More like a real RTS than you remembered. I'm kind of curious what you remembered it like, right? Like, oh my god. Okay, now we've got enough units that I can actually I can swing this around. Yeah. Armor treachery, I don't really care. This thing's got to die. This thing has to die, like, right now. Oh, come on. This is why you don't build sand units into these motherfuckers. Okay, craft dominance. Right there. Okay. And Sun Idol is the big problem. Sun Idol is... No, not the unit, not the ability I want to use at all. Whatever. Just get over here. Okay. We killed Shill. Okay. We definitely need more adult salamanders. And we need something like this. Wait, what? Okay, no, wait, I needed that. Nope. Eternal Flame. I love the way the cities... have a good nap, Emmerich Draws. Have a good nap. Yeah, I love the way the cities grow. Okay, let's see. How far off am I? Landlord... Actually, no, I'm going to hold off on that. I have tactical dominance now. Neat. Neat. Okay, let's just build a bunch of Heartseeker... No, not you. A bunch of Heartseekers. A bunch of Heartseekers, and I need to research Enchanted Mines. Enchanted Mines. Honestly, Dark Glass Protection is probably pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty funny, right? Oh, wow, they killed a bunch of miners back here. I didn't know that I didn't even know they got through there. Wild. Okay. Okay. Still don't feel comfortable doing any offensive operations for the moment. How did they... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that's how they did that. I was like, how did they even kill the the Clockwork Miners? And the answer is that they, the answer was the Starbolts. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. Okay. Let's get some more Heartseekers out. Heartseekers are, again, not my favorite unit by any stretch of the imagination, but they are pretty solid. What I really need is... I need a great city, is what I really need. I need a great city. And how far off am I from doing that? Crap. Okay, so let's kill their frontline units. And okay, I should be able to win. This fight feels pretty good to me. This fight feels pretty good to me. Adult salamanders are just really strong. Okay, and I got a shitload of Heartseekers, which I don't really need. Heartseekers are kind of mid. Never been to a stream this hour. Hello, Cyborg. Hello, Cyborg. Oh, hold up. Gotta clear the skies. Heartseekers are so insane against Quetzal fighters. Let's you kill Shill. Okay, so that's a sign of what I actually need. Right? Okay. No, what I actually need is Great City. Great City, and then I can worry about everything else. Great City, and then everything else. You guys... Okay. Okay, and then... That's all fighters down. And... Okay. Okay, we need more attack. Great City! Great City. Let's go. Great City Treasure 4. And one more Magus District. And I'll pretty much be out of science at that point. Magus District. And let's put another Merchant District here. I think it might be time to think about tech switching into Rooks. Oh well, I've got tons of money left right now, so that means fire elementals. Money means fire elementals. Actually, not sure how much I really want Elder Salamanders. Right, like a couple of Rooks might be all I really want, and then it's. No, I definitely don't want Rooks. Maybe I want Rooks. Maybe I want Rooks. Maybe I want Rooks. Vinci. I like Vinci a lot. I ultimately like Aline the most, but okay, let's. Oh, hold on, let's just waste some time. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. Really waste some time. Really waste some time here. Elder Salamanders. And then let's queue up a couple Elder Salamanders, and then Blazing Weapons. Yeah, fine. I think my opponent might be having a bad time because their armies should be getting like larger. They're getting more sophisticated, but they're not getting stronger. Okay, now I have a critical mass of fire elementals. This is... oh, come on! I fucking hate Starbolt. I should have... I now regret that I didn't save my, I now really regret that I didn't save my truce for when I saw Starbolt come out. Okay, so... An adult salamander? No, I wanted an elder salamander. Give me elder salamanders. Give me elder salamanders, not adult salamanders. Elder salamanders. Oh yeah, those heart seekers are going down! Okay. Let's get the Marids out. At least the Marids are bodies. So Shill's going down in seconds. Shill went down. Let's get these. The Death Serpent's definitely the most scary thing he's got here. Does he have any Sun Idols? He does not. No Sun Idols. I'm actually going to withdraw. Full retreat. Full retreat. Full retreats. Them worry about that. Probably a bit of a waste there, but... I want more Elder Salamander. Yeah, Elder Salamanders make really fast work of these guys. Okay. Sawu leveled up again. Okay. What are they doing down here? Oh, just using some Quetzal fighters. That's kind of annoying because it's going to destroy the tech building, but I can live with that. Actually, hold on. Heartseekers, you should probably stay back because you have no frigging HP. See if we can kill this thing before I get into any real trouble. Yeah, attrition. Now, and I don't have to give a shit. Okay, 3 Elder Salamanders is actually a lot of salamander. 3 Elder Salamanders is a lot of salamander. And I think we need to start with heat armor of flame. We need armor of flame, baby. Okay. I don't even know if I need Heartseekers anymore. I may have passed the need for Heartseekers. I may just have enough of a critical mass of fire elementals that I can just explode these things in like one volley. Okay, so focus fire down the most dangerous units, which is going to be the Death Snake, then the Sun Jaguars, then another Death Snake. Oh, I might need to leave. This thing is scary. This thing's scary. This thing is scary. How much damage can you guys do to this thing? That's a little bit spooky. I'm going to build some Rooks. I like Rooks a lot. I don't think they're the best unit in the game by any stretch, but... And they're not super good for the situation I find myself in, but they are still really good. But we've turned it around. I thought that I might have lost this game, but yes, Aline late game advantage continues to carry. Aline late game, super strong. Inferno. Yep. Okay. Oh. Yep. that's probably game over for them. Salamanders are, they're mostly anti-infantry. That's their main role, is anti-infantry, but they are credibly good against buildings. But they're mostly good against light units, against light ground units, which is why I tend to, like, this army format I have right here is a very common one for me. It's my favorite army format. There is nothing in the game that is better against heavy targets than fire elementals. And salamanders are... salamanders cover pretty much all of the things that actually are a problem for fire elementals. Is basically the gist of it. This is a game where the heavy units, I think, are generally a lot stronger than the lighter units. Your ability to single target DPS I find to be much, much more limiting than your ability to... I find the single target ability to be much, much more limiting than your ability to clear swarms. And now we've got Rooks. So that's nice. Yeah, there's so much area of effect. A huge percentage of the units in the game are basically all counters, and it tends to be like it's. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, they activate treachery against this. Sure. Rooks missing. Yeah, Rooks are really good, but I feel like they miss like half their shots. These are Rooks. I love them. They basically dive bomb. A lot of the units just trample. Yeah, trample in this game is super strong. I would say it's probably the worst part of Aline is that their tramplers aren't very good. Which is why I end up relying on Salamander so much, right? Is that, like, Juggernauts are insane. Juggernauts are just preposterously... Oh, activate Starbolt? Okay, fuck off. There. Suck on it. Oh. Yeah, we got 5 Rooks. We got 5 Rooks and 8 Fire Elementals. Fire Elementals, again, I think are the strongest overall unit in the game. They're really terrible against infantry, but infantry, you've just got so many other tools to deal with. But yeah, the trample damage, I think, is like a huge part of why the game balances the way it is. Is that trampling is just very, very strong. Let's do a victory lap. Giant glass spider. Just a victory lap. We're just doing a victory lap. I don't know what this thing's actually good at. Oh, this thing has 55 trample damage. That's apocalyptic. That's apocalyptic trample damage. That is apocalyptic trample damage. Yeah, all those guys just died instantaneously. I knew you would, Nando. Yeah, let's... yeah, wow, this thing rocks. I'm a fan of the glass spider. What's it say here? Summon the giant spider to fight for you. I'm usually not a big fan of the super units. Just in anything. Like in any game that I play. Like in any game, I am much more of the fantasy of like, what about lots of cool little dudes? Right? What about cool little dudes who work together? That is like the kind of like aesthetic fantasy of strategy games that I really, really like. Is what about what about doing lots of cool little... What about lots of little dudes working together? What about lots of little dudes working together? Yeah, we're just waiting for the countdown timer. Rooks are so crazy. They're such a funny unit. They're so buggy. They're so buggy. They're like, the reason why I don't use them as much is because I think they're buggy salamanders. Yeah, I really am a Hakkaslam player. I really am. I really am a Hakkaslam player. I don't like relying on centerpiece units. If I've been thinking a lot about who I would want to play in what's a game called? The other game by the same company. Warcrow. I've been thinking a lot about like who I would play in Warcrow, and it's like I'm kind of torn between Embersig and Cyanath. Because one's like lots of little guys working together in like a complex fashion, and the other one is like teleporting elves, teleporting assassin elves. The enemy hero eliminated. All right. This is something that I love when games have. This is something I really love when games have. Is these really in-depth charts. I do wish that this game's charts, other games have added this later. I wish they would let me zoom in on the chart, because like I was feeling really stressed out here. I thought we were gonna lose around here. Here I didn't actually feel that bad. Here I didn't feel actually that bad, but like in here I thought we might have been losing. By about here I actually thought we were going. I was like, okay, we're gonna win. I can accept losing my I can accept losing the mining site. I can give ground. I can give ground. Let them build up. Other big battle where I lost most of my military, but like you can see, like after that, like I could tell at this point that like I could really tell here that they were screwed. Like I could accept these losses because I was like, they are not actually building, right? They are not actually building up. It was, if they had gone harder into, Sun Idols, I would have had more trouble. Sun Idols are a real pain in the ass. I don't actually have a good sense of what counters them well. Even having used them, I don't love them. I still am kind of like, they are one of the best single target DPS in the game, and they also have incredible trample damage. And their single target DPS is not so overkill that you can get away with screwing them over by using lots of like medium units. Like medium units, they will just clean house on medium units. That's part of the thing about like the single target DPS in this game being so important, is that unlike in Mechabellum has created a game balance where it's really easy to overkill medium tier units. It's really easy to overkill on medium tiers. And so for the upper tier units, if you're like upper tier DPS units have to not overkill too hard on even medium tier units, and have to not get, they'll get countered by those. The really, really high end DPS things. But in this game, like, fire elementals are the best thing to use against ultra heavy units, and they're also the best thing to use against medium units. And so I don't really, and the Sun Idols just have enough trample that, like, they are not dealt with that well by light units. Light units cannot actually fight them that well. Technology, baby. This is where the Aline power is. Aline live on tech. Aline eat technology. They eat the book. They eat the book. Okay. I am going to use the bathroom because we're going right into we're going into the ads. We are going into the ads. But we'll be back in a few moments. And I'm going to do another game. But we'll be back. And I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back. Hello, Galaxy Wolfstar. Hello, Galaxy Wolfstar. Hello. Let me take a look at something here. I'm gonna do one more round, and then I'm gonna call tonight. One more silly little round, and then I'm gonna call tonight. I always like doing purple. Let's do orange, though. Let's do Quaddle versus Aline, but let's do it on a different map. I don't like Elder's Rise at all. I actively dislike that one. I don't really like Frozen Standoff super much. It's kind of cool, but I don't like it very much. No Hawk is actually kind of cool. I don't remember Spire Forest. Summer Seat's pretty good. Virtual Lowland's pretty good. Oh, that's a huge map. Holy crap. Let's go for the huge map. Let's do this. Let's do this. You've been going back to Warcraft 3 a bit? I never beat Warcraft 3. I played Warcraft 2 after playing Age of Empires 2, and so I couldn't, like, quite dig on that one. The only Blizzard game that I really, truly love, that I, like, really like, is Heroes of the Storm. Very goofy choice of mine. Very, very goofy choice of mine. I do have a certain affection for Diablo 2, but I don't, like, love Diablo 2. School notebooks are full of drawings of Illidan and Arthas. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, let's see. We need a reactor district first. That's not really in question. Start the scout eye. And move over here. And then we need a Fane sooner rather than later. Oh, we have a Fane. We have a Fane. Okay, so we can get started. We can get started on research. And one Sentinel. And let's do Judgment. Sentinel and Judgment. Wow, that was a lot of minerals in very quick order. There's Zeal. Probably gonna need the military district sooner rather than later. Yeah, need the military district now. I tried to stall on it. I do like to try to not build a military district in my starting city, but not happening this time. Let's see. 5 should probably do the trick. I did not. D2 is fun, but you don't want to play it again. That's pretty. You're so real for that. You're so real for that. That's extremely understandable. Yeah, definitely want. Definitely want that. I'll start building another one, but 5 should be enough to take a city pretty safely. You definitely want overkill. You definitely want overkill for these sorts of situations. Okay, 2 more. And okay, let's go to war. Okay, they should be able to handle that without much micro. Yeah, okay. You guys can use your shield. Yeah, I don't hate Diablo 2. I know some people like really hate Diablo 2. I know a lot of people who really love Diablo 2. It's like it's a game that's like it's pretty. I do kind of like the way that it's pretty. Oh, not as okay, I'm gonna actually extend this way, so I can have another safe mining expansion. I might even expand over to here to deprive him of a safe mining expansion. Okay, already building Heart Seekers. Already building Heart Seekers. Okay, that's definitely a difference with Coatl, right? And you get a reactor district. Oh, okay. I was expecting this to have a bigger garrison, so let's get over here. So you know what? Let's just move you over here. And what science do I want? I don't really care about subjugation very much. Yeah, let's just land you here. Okay, now let's see if I can do something kind of risky here. Let's see about doing something kind of risky here. And oh, Heart Seekers. Okay, Heart Seekers are going to not be good into the kind of fight that I have chosen here. Okay, Feigns and repair. Sun Jaguars are going to be kind of good against everything they've got here. Personal shield. Personal shield. They're using Summon Army? Okay, fine. Fine. Starbolt's so outrageously obnoxious into, Okay, they did actually do quite a bit of damage there to me. That does slow me down quite a bit. But okay. Well, I think I should use to counter Heart Seekers. Sun Jaguars, okay. Yep, this is the thing that I think is like the problem with let's do another reactor district up here. This to me is like the fundamental problem with with this matchup is that Sun Jaguars counter a lot of things. Okay, that did blunt my advance pretty hard. That was pretty rough from my perspective. In fact, I'm just going to put in a third one here. Energy income is my actual biggest problem. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if we can take this. Before they can get anything done with it. I look very high. Yeah, because you don't remember anything about the game, right? Yeah, that's. Yeah, thanks for that. Let's do Sin. Okay. Okay, they just captured the city next to this one. So I will... Yeah, Holy Arc's heal faster is actually really useful at this point. Okay. Take it. Back up. Run. We're taking a bit of a risky strategy here, but if I can take this and take... Oh, there, I took that. Damn. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I am now in a lot of trouble. Shit. Okay. Holy District. This needs a Holy District. Like I don't need the Holy District because it's a Holy District. I need the Holy District because I need the border push. Let's relocate these Fanes. I mean, the important part is that my biggest and let's... I'm gonna be a dick. This, Plague. I don't love the way these guys level up. That's... And... I do not love the way the Ancient Alien guys level up, where it's not like... They can't just level up, right? They have to... You can't just buy level ups. You have to cast spells frequently. So, like, if you're not in fairly frequent combat, you just, like, don't get as many level ups. Okay, land. Yep. That's gonna work. So yeah, you need to be in fairly frequent combat. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna go well for me. Let's build a sanctuary. Right here. I'll upgrade you to an energy mine when I get the income. Yeah. Sepulcher. Sepulcher. Is there another sepulcher over here? No. That's interesting. Very uneven. I get more pantheons that they get all the sepulchers. Yep, that's what I thought I was going to find when I came over here. Time for some free kills, baby. Alright, so you're on I'm on large city still. That tech I need. That tech I need. So you know what? No. You guys... Channel there. And what does channeling a mind do? Oh, wow, that's super good. Channel that mind. Veteran Sun Jaguar has been researched. Okay, so they're attacking me over there. Fine. Fine. That'll give me some time to think about what you're using. Heart Seekers. Desert Walkers. Okay. Sun Jaguars. Just more Sun Jaguar. I probably should have done Shill rather than Sazin. Sazin's for death character, for death, rather than, yeah, this character's gonna, I think I'm in good shape. Top limit. Okay. Yep. Well, we're about to get something for that. Marshal up. And all right, start moving. Okay, cool. Excellent. Excellent. You made an amazing choice here, my friend. You made an amazing choice here. Yeah, treachery, whatever. Yeah, kill your hero while he's nowhere near the front line. Yeah, enemy hero eliminated. Who's good against these guys? Quetzal fighters, of course. That's bullshit. Quetzal fighters are good against an enemy that can't attack back at all. Yeah, no shit, dingus. Yeah, that's the sound of I'm winning. Come on, assimilate faster. You've got military districts. I don't think I really need sun cannons, but you do not have military districts. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's a military district, baby. Oh, they already retreated. Yeah, we're just overrunning these guys completely with tier 1 units. Just absolutely no chance at all. More Sun Jaguars. It is cute that they made it so that when the Heartseekers die, the manta ray doesn't have like a death animation. Right? Like the manta ray death animation is the manta ray just retreats. The manta ray just runs away. Okay. Yeah, this game's over. This game's over. We've basically never been in any serious danger or risk this entire game. Like another energy mine, because energy income is really important, and I'm struggling with getting enough energy income. Okay, so if they've got a level 2 hero, then that means that they either have Sawu or yeah, there he is. He's back. And he's trampling. How cute. Just walking to the city to just reset the clock on it and die? It doesn't even reset the clock. He's only delaying the inevitable. Whoa, you've got some military districts. You've got some military districts. Fortunately, I have sun cannons, so I can get away with a lot. Oh, yeah, it's a cute detail. It's a really cute detail. But yeah, this game was like never in doubt. This game was never in doubt. I'm floating almost 2K. I'm floating almost 2K. Coatl aggression is way better. Coatl have such good aggression. If you can handle Coatl aggression as Aline players, when you switch over to Aline, it just feels so easy. I'm sorry, when you switch over to the other, when the shoe's on the other foot, it just feels so smooth. Like, I didn't even have to use anything particularly. Oh, thank you. I did do that, like, semi-intentionally, but I should have paid more attention. It's kind of annoying. I don't want the window bar to show up, is the thing. Like, I'm trying to size it so, like, the window bar at the top doesn't show up. But yeah. But apparently, okay, yeah, an eternal flame. Yeah, this game is over. May as well heal a bunch of guys up. Disappear in a puff of flame. As is a funny little contrast compared to last game, where, like, I prefer... Like, I should have done shill based on, like, what units I actually wound up building, and I kind of probably could have predicted that I would have ended up building these units. Sun cannons are just really too useful. I know! It's annoying! And it's like snap gridding is the thing. The problem is, like, they're snapping. It's like it snaps to one or the other. Oh! Ha! They recaptured their capital. Lol. Okay, well, they're not gonna hold it for long. May as well sun cannon down. Yeah, sun cannons are dedicated anti-building units. The dedicated anti-building unit for Aline is the glass cannon, which is a cute name, but it's just... I don't love or hate the dedicated artillery units in this game. I think that the non-dedicated artillery units are usually just like, they're just good enough. And that's the end of the game. That's the end of the game. Oh. And you can see, like, this was... The outcome was not really in doubt, right? Like, compared to the other way around, where it was a lot more stressful, this one was just like, oh, I just walk all over these guys, right? Like, I just show up, and my early game units are really strong, and it's an AI thing, right? I think it's mostly an AI thing, that the Aline AI does not really internalize. It's actually probably across all of them, right? Is that, like, the Quattle Sentinels, the Quattle Infantry are really scary. Quattle Infantry are really, really scary, and Aline Infantry are not. And the AI, at least at the level that I am playing at right now, this is Tufs. There are 2 more AI difficulties above this, and the highest difficulty is a huge jump. I've never really played against the highest difficulty. Hello, Flea Flicker. Hello, Flea Flicker. The AI against the lowest levels... the AI kind of gets stuck into a loop of just building more and more of the early game units, and the early game Aline units just are not that strong. Whereas the Quattle early game units, like, I just kind of kept doing them. It's just like, I just never stopped, right? I just never stopped. These 6 a.m. classes. In fairness, this was a standard 10 p.m. class. And then I was late, and then stream restarted. Yeah, you can see they got in a pretty good raid here. But yeah, I want to make sure I definitely showed this. I shouldn't have even put it up to a vote, because I knew that I wanted to make sure that Emperor's Armpits got to see this, because Emperor's Armpits got to miss out on it the last time I played this. But yeah, like, the Aline doesn't really get that... The Aline AI doesn't really get how strong the technology is for the Aline. Aline technology is crazy. Aline technologies are so strong. So much of the Aline strength is tied up in their techs. So much of their power is tied up in their late game units, and they are out here building Desert Walkers and Heartseekers. And Heartseekers are like a really specialized unit. They're really good at their specialty. They're kind of unique in this game. Nobody else in the game has a dedicated, like, anti-air unit. But the Aline do, and that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Whereas the Quattle have, like, a very even curve on their technology. Quattle tech actually kind of sucks. Like, it's not super obvious what's going on here, but, like, technologies go up in price. So it goes 1 tech point, 2 tech point, 4 tech point, 7 tech point. And the effect of each level for the Quattle is actually not very strong at all. It's really just not very strong at all, right? So you go up from having 0 shields to 100% shields. Then the shields double, then triple, then quadruple from a baseline, right? So it's actually a pretty small increase in the amount of shields they have, and you go from 120, you go from 10, 20, 30, 40, whereas the Aline, it's like 10, 30, 50, like, it's like almost 100 for the top one. The Aline techs are, and it's both incomes in one technology. Aline techs are a lot more powerful, they scale a lot harder, but like I said, hanging on in the early game is a real struggle with Aline, I find. I find that their early game options are a lot more constrained. The AI is actually better at doing early game Aline than I am, to be honest. Because I kind of know that, like, I'm not going to be able to close out the game in the early game. So my game plan with Aline is kind of what you saw before, which is do as much expansion as efficiently as I can, and then start teching up and building up just enough of a defensive ramp that when my opponent attacks, I can give up a site and defend a city. Like, I just don't want to lose. I want to not lose a city in the early game. And if I can not lose a city in the early game and just tolerate it getting sieged down a whole bunch, I can usually win, right? If I can do that. Whereas here it was just like, I just face rolled them the whole way. They had very little ability to stop me. They managed to stymie me with that early game battle here, and that was pretty cool, right? Not here, but here, right? There was an early game battle here where they managed to push me back and kill a pretty large percentage of my army, but that just slowed me down. Like, I just rebuilt pretty quickly, captured the city, put a towered their expansion mine. They attacked me up here, cleared this mine, but, I was able to deal with that better than they were able to. And then I just clobbered them and just boom, 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 boom. Just swept. Once we fought this battle, I just swept. Anyway. People have been asking about the Screaming Serpent. So we're going to go over to the Screaming Serpent. Here is the plan for the week. Friday is something of an open-ended day. Sotek is doing his subathon, so he's not answering DMs, so I don't know what's happening there. But Tuesday, I am planning on doing Timberborn. I would like to build that Earth Repopulator. However, I don't know. Maybe I'll get really distracted and decide I want to play Kaiserfunk instead. And Thursday is the mini painting stream, our traditional mini painting stream. So here is my Discord. That is where I am most often. Here are my socials. That is where I am least often. And let's hold on. Let's check something here. Where is it? Let's see if I can just do this. There we go. That works. There's one raid message. There's the other raid message. We are going over to Nagi. Have a good night, folks. Thank you all for stopping by. Sorry about the stream interruption. Sorry that I didn't do more calligraphy, but these things happen, right? These things happen. Have a lovely night, everybody. Have a lovely night. Yeah, apologies for the false alert. Looks like the raid didn't go through. So we're going over to Uji's. Apologies about that.